Well, hello and welcome back to another video. A little bit different video today. It's very windy out here, so I'm not sure how well I'm trying to sort of shelter behind the wind. It's blowing an absolute gale again. It seems to have done that for the last 3 or 4 days here again. I don't know about where you live, but we seem to be getting more and more windy weather. Anyway, without further ado, a little bit different video. I've got a new lawnmower here. It's not mine. Somebody I know who lives in the vicinity where I live, and I know these people very well. They wanted to buy a new lawnmower, and they were looking around on the internet, and they wanted, particularly, they haven't got a very big lawn. I suppose small to medium sized lawn these days, you'd say, probably even on the smaller side of medium rather. But they do like, their lawn is a nice, they keep their garden very nice and pristine and all the rest of it, and they look after their lawn. And they'd had an old Mountfield mower that had had a steel deck that had sadly rotted. Basically, the engine had virtually fallen through to the deck. The deck had totally rotted out, as these steel lawnmower decks do after a period of time. Mind you, I think in fairness, they'd had this mower probably 15 to 20 years. They'd looked after it, they'd kept it in their garage, and but they were looking online and they wanted a rear roller mower. They didn't want to spend a lot of money, wanted to be petrol, rear roller, not too heavy. And they came and said to me, have you heard of Feider lawnmowers? I said, no. I said, never heard of them in my life. They said, oh, we're looking at them. We can get a really good deal. They said, the only problem is, first of all, we're going away. And secondly, we've read that the mower needs to be put together and we're not very technical minded. Would you mind if we had it delivered to your house and you put it together for us, and then, you can bring it round when it's ready and put it in our garage? I said, no, of course not. I'm quite happy to do that. So while I thought I'd got this mower, it's come this morning. I have to say, I think this was bought from Mower Direct, an online website selling lawnmowers. It came very well packaged. It came very nicely delivered. The guy was very friendly. He even phoned up and said, I'm 10 minutes away with a lawnmower for you. And it was in a lovely super big box, very well packaged. And so this morning I've, connected the cables up, put the handle on, put some oil in it. Very important. Whenever you have a new lawnmower, do remember, if you're buying it online and you're having it delivered, in parcel form, it will not have oil. It should have a tab on it saying, on the oil fill, this is empty. So always do remember that. But I thought I'd have a look at this mower because, as I say, it's a Feider. I think we've got the model number here. It's 4220. I think this is about a 16-inch cut. Is that a 42 centimetre cut? About a 16-inch cut. Roughly the same. As you know, I've got an old Feider Harrier 41 with the rear roller, a mower I like. And we'll come on to comparisons a little bit later on. I've written 1 or 2 notes down about this mower, just so people get the gist of it. It's got a 45 litre grass box on it, so quite a nice size. The engine is a 139cc overhead valve engine. It is self-propelled. Now, I've never had a self-propelled mower. My old Hater is you just push it along with your own power sort of thing. Like I said, it's a 42 centimetre cut. It weighs in at 32 kilograms, so it's not too heavy, and it feels quite nicely balanced. It does look a little bit plasticky, I have to say, in the finish of it. And I've done a little bit probing about on this Feider. It seems they are the address down here is a French company, but then I noticed it says made in the PRC. Now I presume that means something public Republic of China or something like that. I think it's made, as so much in life these days, it's a Chinese mower basically, and I think it's got the overhead valve. It will be like a Chinese clone of almost of a Honda overhead valve. It won't be a Honda, for goodness sake, but it's a Chinese clone version of that kind of thing. But having said that, and here's the big, to my mind, selling point of it, and obviously I don't know how this is going to cut or how it's going to run or how it's going to last, probably more importantly, but the big selling point of this mower is they bought this mower for £339.95 delivered for a 42 centimetre 16-inch cut rear roller. It has got the nice rear roller, so you get your stripes on that. If you've got a nice lawn and you want stripes, you do need the rear roller really. So it's got the rear roller. I think it's got 5 adjustable heights, one being a very low cut on it. All for that money. I think that is absolutely astounding value, really. I had a quick comparison, and you can buy the 42-inch cut Hater, which is a class British, supposedly put together mower with a Briggs Stratton engine, which I'm not too favourable on anyway, but that's by the by. A lot of people love them, and the powered version of that with it's got a similar size engine, and the drive is £940, and then you've got to pay delivery on top of that as well. So you can see there is a huge difference. So if you are looking for a budget, okay, I know £339 is still a lot of money, but if you're looking for a budget rear roller mower, this might be for you. I have to say, it seems very nicely put together. It has got a steel deck again, so you've got to watch that, and you've got to keep it clean and look after it. Don't leave it stored outside. If you particularly later on in the season, if you're cutting wet grass, clean the deck off. Probably spray inside the deck with some WD-40 when you put the mower away and you're not going to use it again for 2 or 3 months in the winter. I find that does help. So it has got a steel deck. But that aside, I think it's excellent value. It did come with some instructions, which basically, I'm not going to say you can throw them away, because I always do read the instructions, as everybody should when you're trying something, putting together something new. And I did read the instructions, and I had a look at a few online. It gets very good reviews online, I have to say, on people that have bought it and then used it. But there's 1 or 2 comments about the instructions aren't particularly good, of how to put the handles on and how to connect the cables up, etc. And one thing I found that I didn't like, a very minor niggle, but there is nowhere in the book, it tells you, obviously it comes with the oil fill tag on the oil fill, but there is nowhere in the book, and I've been through the book several times now, of what the oil quantity, what the sump, how much it actually takes in volume, like 400 millilitres, 500 millilitres, or even if they put it in imperial, a pint, half a pint, a quart. There is no given measurement of how much oil it takes. Now, I like to measure oil out and then put what it tells me in the handbook in before I start. You know, all it tells you to do is tip your oil in and then dip it with a dipstick. Now I think there's a tendency either to get too much oil in it and the mower will smoke like crazy, you'll put a smoke screen out, or not enough and do damage to the engine. So I would like to see Feider, you know, come on, put the quantity of oil that the mower sump takes in your handbook. I think that's a must. They must do that. But apart from that, as I say, what did it take me? Half an hour to put the handles on, connect it up. Did I anything else? And I say fill it up with oil. I'm going to put some petrol in it, and then they did say to me, feel free to have, you know, I did ask their permission if I could do this review of it, and they said, of course, fine, yeah. They said, you know, try it for us, you know, cut your grass with it. And my grass isn't very long at the moment, but I will put some petrol in it, and I haven't put any fuel in it at the moment. And see how it starts up, and if it starts relatively easy, and then see what I think to it at cutting the grass. But there we go, that's a Feider. And what model number did I say? I said it's a 4220. And as I say, with an overhead valve, 139cc engine, self-propelled, rear roller, 45 litre grass bag. You know, what more do you want really? You'll find these rear rollers far better than the four-wheeled mowers, I find. You know, probably if you've got rougher grass, you know, perhaps the four-wheeled rotary mowers are fine then. But if you've got a nice flat level lawn with some nice grass, you know, you'll find the rear rollers will make, you know, will do your grass a lot better having that rear roller than just the four wheels. I find that anyway, I must be honest. So yeah, there we go. And as I say, you get the whole lot for £339 delivered. Quite incredible. So anyway, I'll stop rambling now and cut the video and put some petrol in it, and then we'll see how it starts up. This will be the first start on video kind of thing. So I primed the mower and let's give it a pull, see if it will start. Well, I have to say it started quite easy there, considering it was a new mower, and you know, that was the very first time it had been started. I presume they probably test them in the factory somehow, but so there we go. Seems to run fine. I'll now, you know, just have a quick whirl with it and see how I get on, you know, at cutting the grass. And although I say my grass isn't very long, but I would love to try it just for curiosity's sake, and I will come back and just give you a little update of how it got on. I'm not used to a self-propelled mower, so we'll see how I get on with it anyway. So there we go, I've cut the grass. I mean, my back lawn is quite small, but having said that, I found the mower very manoeuvrable and very able and capable of cutting smaller lawns. It wasn't difficult at all. And I mean, I have no idea how this will last or how it, you know, but I really love it. It's not too heavy. The engine doesn't miss a beat. It's not too noisy. Obviously, when you've got neighbours and you're cutting grass, you know, you want consideration as much as anything as well. Although I'd say it only takes me 2 or 3 minutes to cut my lawn. But brilliant. It's got me the stripes with the rear roller. One thing I would say is do watch, you know, the setting, the cut height setting. You can, you know, I put it on a setting where I might have my old hater, and I mean it would actually absolutely have shaved this lawn. So you know you've got to play about with the height settings, and as you can see I was just playing about, and I've actually cut. You know you can see where the blade cut right down low there. But that aside, it's got, you know, 5 or 6 grass cutting settings, so there's adequate, you know, if you like I don't like to cut my grass too short. I think that's where a lot of people go wrong with grass, with these battery and electric mowers. They tend to cut the lawns far too tight, particularly in the summer when it's dry. So no, you know, a super mower as far as I can see, and if you're looking for a rear roller mower at a reasonable price, I'm not going to say it's cheap because £339.95 is still a lot of money, you know, but when you compare it with the opposition, the Mountfields, the haters, and that kind of thing, it's a bargain. It really is. And so that's a Feider. What model? I keep forgetting the model number, don't I? I have to look at. It's a 4220 Feider 4220. You know, it's got the power drive. There's not a lot more I can say about it. At the moment in time, apart from the oil quantity not being in the instruction book, and the instruction book could be a bit more simplified, laid out of how to put the thing together when it comes in the box, I feel, because that is very patchy and it's really left up to your imagination. Well, if you're mechanically minded, that's not an issue. You know, I could see where bits went, and I'd soon, as I say, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, you know, I'd got that done and got the oil in and it was ready. So no, a really, really good mower. And I mean, it has also picked the grass up very nicely, which a lot of people there again like these mulch mowers. I don't. I like to take the grass off my lawn, leaving it that, you know, because I set the mower up quite a little bit, you know. So certainly picked the grass up well there. And so as always, thanks for watching. You know, I hope you might have found that useful. And if you're looking for one of these mowers, I would certainly, you know, say the only thing I don't know and the only thing I can't tell you is how long it's going to run or last. But that's often, as we know, how you look after something as much as the actual machinery itself. So as always, thanks for watching, and please do like, comment, subscribe. If you've had any dealings with Feider mowers and you have one and you like it, let us know. Anyway, as always, good gardening and my best wishes, and I'll see you in a video very soon again. Until then, thanks for watching and bye for now.